The Proline free pick phone is available for winners daily. Just a toll-free call to 1-888-294-1970 for winning picks from the world champion handicapper Jim Feist, Smokin' Dave Koken, Smash Mouth capper Scott Spicer, and Glenn McGrew. Red hot winners that are absolutely free and a recorded message when you call toll-free 1-888-294-1970. Call today, call tomorrow, win all week long. Write the number down and make the call to 1-888-294-1970. Call now.
I started the 2006 Proline season with a monster September that included a perfect 4-0 sweep in my college football Game of the Year releases. I expect even bigger things this year. Call right now 1-888-260-8339 for my SEC Spotlight winner between South Carolina and Georgia. Absolutely free on a recorded message. Then stay on the line for details on how to get today's mismatch of the year, tomorrow's opening day blowout in the pros, and an easy Monday night winner, all free. 4 ways to win, all in the house. Make the call, 1-888-260-8339. Call now.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, our panel will start with an interesting interconference game as the Hurricanes take on the Sooners. And we're going to get to that game in just a moment. But first, we'll turn our attention to Primetime's Glenn McGrew, who kicked off the college football season in superb fashion, going 12-4 last weekend, and that's 75%. And Glenn, today you have 2 free days for everyone.
That's right. Everything's on the house at Primetime Sports this weekend. You know, folks, if I had to come up with just one word to best describe my football selections over the years, it would have to be consistency. How about a plus 799 stars in the college ranks over that time? Another 267 stars in the pros. And as Al pointed out so eloquently for me just a moment ago, last weekend, no exception. 12-4 for the weekend. Now, listen to what I have on tap today. I'm going to give away my side in the Virginia Tech LSU battle on a free recorded message. Plus, you get details on how to get my college non-conference game of the month, my college dog of the week, and my Vegas Team Pro Football game of the month. All 4 games free right now. 1-888-652-7668, or simply go to jimfeist.net. Now, we get some college football, Al?
We sure do. Good advice. And I love being called eloquent by Glenn. It makes me feel good. You know, 2 perennial college football powers are going to meet when Miami of Florida battles Oklahoma. Now, Randy Shannon started his regime at Miami with a win, and Oklahoma won big as well last week. This, gentleman, is kind of a significant early season game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a real good matchup. And the Bradford Murray here is underway at Oklahoma. That's not one guy. The quarterback is Bradford. The running back is DeMarco Murray. We knew he was going to be great. There's an absolute top prospect out of right here in Las Vegas, and 5 touchdowns in that cakewalk over North Texas. Obviously, they're going up against a much better defense here in Miami, but until Miami's got some difficulties in this game, Oklahoma's a really talented football squad. They're a lot better than they were last year, in my estimation. They're very, very tough at home. I'm not convinced that Miami's capable of going on the road to Norman and standing up offensively in this game. I think they'll obviously do some limiting of the Oklahoma offense, but I look for the Sooners to score most of the points in this game. I like Oklahoma to win this pretty big.
Here's what we found out. First of all, Oklahoma, by the way, I wanted to throw this in there, is playing against 2 lay defenses. Olay last week in North Texas and lay him out on the field this week in Miami. We found out that the Miami team is still very strong defensively. No surprise there. Shannon, as a defensive coordinator there, had him playing at the top level. In fact, over the past 6 seasons, Miami's allowed fewer touchdowns per year than any other program, 20.6 per year, less than 2 per game. Their offense, though, mediocre, guys. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to take this contest to go under.
Well, I totally agree with you, Scott. I mean, when you look at these 2 teams, last week they scored 112 points, but they played against 2 patsy clubs. That's not going to happen. This is kind of a whiplash. Everybody thinks it's going to be high scoring because of that offensive output. It's actually going to be under the total. These defenses are very, very strong. Oklahoma has a lot of edges. I do give them that, especially with this Bradford guy. What a game he had last week. But this game's going under.
I agree with you, Jim. Under in this game. Patrick Nix, the new offensive coordinator for Miami, came over from Georgia Tech. Don't like that. Under here.
All right, a couple votes for a low-scoring game. Now, next, we're going to go out to the Las Vegas Strip and hear from Lake Tahoe's Bob Donahue, whose 5-star Advantage plays hit over 57% winners last year. Bob, tell us about this game.
Thanks, Al. Today, Miami of Florida comes into Norman to face the Sooners in a key non-conference tilt. Miami has many pieces in place for return to glory, highlighted by a dominating defense that could be the best in the land. but questions remain at the QB position. Oklahoma has so much talent that the Sooners would rank among the favorites to win the national title if they had a standout quarterback. With both teams having dominating Ds and questions at the QB position, look for this game to go under the total. And today, I am offering up the winner of the Notre Dame-Penn State contest absolutely free. Simply call 1-888-806-4667 for this big TV winner, plus information on how to get 5 other monster winners this weekend for free, including 2 outstanding pro matchups tomorrow. Make the call to 1-888-806-4667 for Notre Dame and Penn State right now, and then go 5-0. That's 1-888-806-4667. Back to you, Al.
Sounds great, Bob. Next up, BYU faces UCLA. Interesting contest. We'll be back to talk about it.